Hi Stampers, this is Beth Daniels, Space Coast Stamper, and I'm going to show you how to cut the base piece of cardstock for the Impossible Fold card. I have two cards on my blog, but if you're just seeing this video, you're not seeing the card sample. So go to my blog, spacecoaststamper.com, and you can see the two cards I made. So it's called the Impossible Fold card because it does have an unusual fold to it. So let me show you how you do that. You start with a piece of cardstock that is a quarter sheet. So it's cut at 5.5 by 4.25. And you want to use your cutting and scoring tool and line up the long edge across the top. With that across the top and fit snug up against the top, just scoot this over to the right hand edge at the 1 inch mark. And then you're going to cut down to 2 1/8 inch. So I like to start with my cutting blade where I want the cut to end so that I know I don't accidentally go beyond that point. And there's a little point on these that show you exactly where that is going to end. So if I line that up at 2 1/8 inches and lock it down into place and just push it upwards, then I have that first cut. Now I just want to slide this all the way over to the 1 inch mark on this side. And again, I'm going to cut to 2 1/8 inches. So I have the two cuts on this side. Next, I'm going to just flip this around, and I want to make a cut in the middle at 2 1/8 inches, and I want to go halfway between these two ends. So that is 2 3/4 inches. So I line this up at 2 3/4. Again, set my cutting blade at 2 1/8 inches and cut upwards. So now I have the 3 cuts that I need for this card. Now I want to score in between these two cut lines. So I'm going to turn this around, move my cutting blade out of line, and you can see I have mine marked with the word cut so that I don't get confused. So I'm going to move it out of the way, and I'm going to line this up at 2 1/8 inch because that's halfway and that's where I ended here. So line that up at 2 1/8, come down to 1 inch and score down to 4.5. So that's 1 inch to 4.5. I'm going to scoot this out of the way. And now I have that scored. I can crease it. And then this is the trick, is once you have that creased, flip one of these over. And there's the card base. So if you check my blog, spacecoaststamper.com, I will put the measurements that I used for the designer series paper to decorate this, and you'll see the 2 samples that I did. So I hope this has helped and that you're off to make your own impossible cards. Thanks for stopping by, and you all have a great weekend.